Good morning. I have actually seriously not had coffee today, but we'll find that somewhere. This is TONFUCHS Guitars. This is a strange name, by the way.
TONFUCHS?
It's all too early for people. So you might or might not have kind of heard that Uwe Schoelch, that's a very German name.
Uwe Schoelch.
Uwe Schoelch. It Uwe, as we say in Germany, built a guitar for me, which apparently sold. God damn it! Who bought that? What fucker bought that?
Well, we don't want everybody all over your guitar, so we figured this one's spoken for, right? So Henning saw it yesterday already, but we only posted a little teaser. And there it is. It's a TONFUCHS Bulldog.
Or in French, Le Bulldog.
Le Bulldog. Yeah, well, Le TONFUCHS. And it's TONFUCHS. Can I demonetize your video?
Go right ahead.
It's not TONFUCHS. We get that a lot in the comments.
But that's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
It is funny.
And it's not very original. It crossed my mind before anyone, anyway. But yeah, so it's TONFUCHS.
Le Light.
Do you need to speak into this too?
No, we can. If you hold this, that's totally fine. She said. I don't know. I need coffee.
Yeah. Can I call Uwe on your video and tell him to get us coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
We
don't need the actual guy who built this, right? That's kind of point. No.
Yeah. Well, he came with his motorcycle, and now he's changing his outfit for you guys, I guess.
We'll be here and we'll wait. So this is clearly a red guitar, and how beautiful! Come on, huh? This is so beautifully done, and if you could see the absolute detail of where the gold top goes into the satin finish, that's way too close. It's not going to be in focus. Robin says it is, but Robin's full of shit, of course. This is just gorgeous, but there are so many. Put this in my face, she said. There are so many amazing things about this guitar. I wanted a TONFUCHS. I have to say this now. I'm sorry. Now you fucked it up.
Hey, Uwe, wait. Hold on. Uwe, you're on YouTube right now, and I know you're going to get coffee. And can you please get Henning and Robin, also a cappuccino, because this is a really lame video without coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Without sugar or with sugar?
With sugar.
So Henning likes his coffee with sugar, people. Okay, ja, dann bis gleich. Yeah, exactly.
Ray gets how this is done.
All right.
This is how it is done. So.
Ey, ich muss jetzt aufhören. Wir müssen informativ
Uwe,
sein.
laber jetzt mal nicht. Wir sind ja am Video drehen.
Bis gleich.
When I have a guitar built by luthier, I don't want ridiculous options that they wouldn't want to do themselves, because the guitar needs to represent what they stand for, not what I want. Because I have, guitars. So this needs to be something that is a collaboration between the luthier's vision and what I think, hey, that's damn awesome. So in the original design, it had a different color. It had more kind of like this color, right?
Yes. This is a Sherwood green, and the other one was a petrol blue.
But similar.
Yeah. Well, in your first video, you show it. So watch his first video.
And then Uwe goes and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna do gold top because it's gonna be awesome." I'm like, "Go right ahead, dude." So I wanted something super clean, no
control plate.
Control plate. I don't know words. And just something ultra simple, because the shape and the whole appearance is just so god-awful beautiful.
It's super sexy.
It is super sexy. And I wanted two P90s because I don't have that. I don't have a guitar with two P90s. Now, then I thought, wait, two P90s are pretty much hot single coils, right? So Strats are 3 single coils. Why don't we put a single coil in the middle, and then we have the in-between positions of single coil and P90? That was my idea. Then Uwe goes and sends me a picture of this guitar with a big-ass humbucker routing in the middle. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Didn't we say single coil? And he's like, yeah, I'm working on something. Well, he had already worked the freaking hole in the guitar, so I mean, whatever, Uwe. And I think what happened, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Lollar gave us the pickups for this guitar.
Yeah, we told Jason Lollar what we're planning to do, and he thought the configuration was weird, right?
Because
Two P90s,
no one's doing it.
2 P90s and a single coil, and then actually it was a conversation about hum canceling. I didn't have this conversation. We can ask Uwe later. So Jason Lollar said, we're going to do it with a Charlie Christian in the middle. And this guy doesn't want to hear it by itself.
well, that's the other thing. In the middle, so we have P90, in between, both P90s, in between, and only that P90. So this amazing Charlie Christian, very expensive Lollar pickup, you can never hear by itself. But we already talked about possibly going to the shop, doing a video where we modify it so that I have a push to only get this.
Yeah, well, possibly means we're doing it.
Yeah, pretty much. But so way to go, Jason Lollar, for having a conversation about this whole thing and suggesting this, because now it's an even more unique guitar, because this is, no one has that.
No, and he gave us the pickups. I want to say that.
So thank you, Jason.
Supporting.
That is very, very, very nice of you.
Yeah.
We have, this is an ABM bridge.
Yes, it is.
And apparently ABM also heard about this project and said, we'll give Henning a bridge. We don't.
I was like, this guy's too famous.
This guy's too famous. Thank you, ABM. That's in Berlin, right?
Yeah.
ABM hardware from Berlin. Awesome stuff.
Super awesome.
I of course love wraparound bridges because I wanted it clean. I wanted it as clean as possible. Here we have Graphtech ratio tuners, which for me are the choice for tuners.
Justin hooked us up from Graphtech. Thank you.
Justin is the tattooed and pierced nutso from Graphtech. You're nuts.
Yeah, but he makes good riffs.
He's awesome.
Good riffs. Yeah.
And we have a bone nut. Uwe went with bone instead of the Graphtech nut because Uwe is old school.
Yeah, it's not vegan, sorry.
It's not a vegan guitar. And I love nothing in the fretboard, as you guys know. So we went with nothing in the fretboard.
Yeah.
And I love rosewood necks, and so you guys went with the rosewood neck. What kind of rosewood is that?
That is super ancient rosewood. It was imported into Germany in 1962. It's older than me, and I feel old.
And you use that for my guitar? You're silly. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, we want to communicate that we have, this guy goes treasure hunting, and he's got woods like this, just
absolutely good. I see this now. The truss rod adjustment is actually here.
Yeah, it's under this cap, so.
Modern shit.
And it's not like.
What? He wants to see the back. So, looking at the video that the SWR made.
Hey, check it out. Check him out.
This is how this is done. Builds guitars for people and brings coffee.
You want something else?
No. We don't go there. Later, when the camera's not rolling.
Okay.
Uwe Schoelch, people.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You take it?
Yeah. Be back later. You want coffee? Well, I'll hold it. You drink coffee. We'll figure this out.
I need a microphone holder thing that people have when they sing. So we were just talking about all the parts and the super amazing, very old rosewood neck. I saw that the price tag on it, would that really be the price for this guitar? The price tag that you had on it? 3,900 roughly?
Yeah.
That's not in any way out of this world.
No.
It isn't. Because once you've seen the way you work in that video, that thing people made, SWR video, it's in German, but please watch it because it's revealing how much detail goes into an instrument like this. And I'm happy that we didn't go for some frilly options like a binding, because when I see how much fucking work you have to put into the binding, I'm so happy I didn't make you do that.
But you fucked me up with a thing you want no control plate. So I have to make the holes. Normally the Bulldog is completely made from the top, from the upper side.
With the pickguard.
With the router. So I have to make this thing here by hand, and of course
He had to put the bottom routing, and he's been crying about it. And it's just like, if somebody wants that, then you fucking build it. And that's why it's here now. So if somebody wants it, we make it. And Uwe.
But I mean, come on, how beautiful is this? I mean, this is such a clean-looking guitar. You're proud of this thing, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. I played it yesterday on a camper socks.
On what?
Nothing.
Wait, I have a picture of Henning using a camper, and I'll sell it for whatever you guys will pay me for it.
That's the only thing they had, so I wanted to play my guitar. And oh my God, I could play this clean forever and never even use any drive. It's gorgeous. And the in-between positions are what you would expect. They have that hollow sound, but with bottom, which is nice.
I would say with much more bottom than only the P90.
Yeah, it's usually you go in between and, you know, all the bottom goes away. Here, it gets added, which is awesome.
I played it 5 minutes before I put it in the case, but my idea was to get to push the P90 with the extra punch from the CC. It sounds for me like you put on a booster.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Like a clean boost. Kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and a fuzz.
I couldn't, of course, hear that on the camper socks, but at home with real amps, good amps, I will, try that. So what do we have for body here? That's
Spanish cedar.
Spanish cedar. You heard it here.
And it's like 30 years old, right?
Yeah, it's bought in the 80s, not by me, but the guy who bought it.
It plays so freaking beautifully. It's a pretty guitar. I don't have any gold tops except the DC Coupe from, what's it called, Prestige Guitars, which of course is a very different guitar and a very different gold. This is a not super shiny, very yellow gold. It's a pale gold.
It's an original shoreline gold.
Shoreline gold.
Shoreline gold.
I gotta remember that.
Yeah, but it looks completely different when you put a high gloss finish on it. So with a satin thing, I guess it works. Really well.
I love the satin on that whole thing. It's gorgeous. So thanks a million times. We're gonna of course do a video about this at home. And then play the shit out of it in a good many videos, wherever it makes sense. But I mean, obviously with P90s, this is gonna be a rock monster. And just clean, it's gorgeous. So this is gonna be a lot of fun to use this thing. We're gonna have to find a very good spot where it can be seen from many angles. I wanna thank Justin again. And Jason Lollar, you're cool. I don't know you, you're bearded man, but you're cool. And the guys in Berlin from ABM. You guys too, I guess. You did something on this, right?
Not too much.
Not too much. Let's put this on the stand and just show a couple of other guitars, because they don't just make really beautiful guitars with a weird pickup in the middle.
It's not weird.
He's like, it's not weird.
No. I emailed with Austin it's a sales manager from Lollar, and I talked with Jason himself. And both said we could do a third P90, but could be boring.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be a single coil, I told them. And then they thought, maybe a CC could work.
As I said, it makes it look and sound like a guitar that so far doesn't exist.
Maybe.
Maybe. I haven't seen one.
We did it.
We did it! We made a new guitar!
I like weird combinations of pickups. Also, a lot of people are asking for the CC in the bass guitar.
That would be very interesting to check out.
It works perfectly. It's a killer.
But it is a guitar pickup, right?
Yeah. It's an original guitar. It's for Telecaster. Normally.
Okay. So here we have a Tele thin line with a pickup, because that's what you do. And again, nothing in the. This seems to be something you like to do. Nothing in the neck. So we really went with something that would be right up your alley.
I like it clean. So I also did the what is it called, hand lettering in black, because I like the clean look of the rosewood.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I can't imagine a lot cleaner guitars than this. It's just so understated. I absolutely love it.
Me too.
Let me put this here. So this is a thin line with, oh my god, a lot of work that you had to do, because there's binding everywhere.
but there's no shapes, so it's easy
Ah,
to
okay.
do. No problem.
And this is just, Josh Allen was here yesterday of Axe Andertons, and he looked at this, and Josh kind of wet himself a little bit when he saw this. Because that's a porno neck. That's what they call porno in our field. This has some weight to it.
Solid mahogany.
Solid mahogany. But oh my God, look at the headstock. Hello.
Don't lick it. Don't lick it.
No. I really want to now.
Wait, credit card and then you can lick it.
Wait, I'm not gonna lick it. This looks a little bit odd on this like kind of really pretty guitar, and then there's this ultra simple bridge on it.
But it's ultra expensive.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Very
a
expensive?
that's a Rutter's bridge. I don't know the price I have to pay, but it's completely weird, the price for this little thing.
Is it a high price?
It's a high, yeah, absolutely. It's the most expensive bridge. Everything else is
Really?
Yes.
Looks like my neighbor threw that together in the garage.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's compensated, so I mean...
It's compensated.
That's not the expensive thing. I don't know why it is. I have to bring it from the US. He made it by hand, but it sounds amazingly.
Okay. Is it something that a customer requested or that you decided to put on?
I decided.
Only the best parts at TONFUCHS?
TONFUCHS.
At TONFUCHS, which is a fox. So if you're saying it wrong, say TONFUCHS, but not fox. Because
We have this saying in Germany saying, like, sly as a fox. I guess it works in English too, right?
Yeah.
So if you want a smart sound, just talk to Uwe, I guess. Right?
marketing right here. This
Yeah.
is TONFUCHS marketing. Uwe knows why they work together.
I don't know anything.
You know how to make guitars, come on. Who are you, what? Coffee, what? Where are we? So, you shall... What, more coming? Oh, talking about porno necks. That looks a bit roasted. Is it stained or roasted?
It's not stained, it's not roasted. It's very, very old.
Ah. That is beautiful. Some weird lefty man is going to be very happy.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
And show the front of that. So you have control plate, so you don't have to do all the stuff that I wanted.
Yes. Much more easier.
I'm so sorry.
Much more easier.
But this is so pretty.
Yeah, now I like it, but
You don't want to do the work. What I love, by the way, in the video where you're doing all this amazing woodworking and sanding, that what you don't like is the woodworking and sanding. That was the funniest bit. 90% of your job is that, and that's what you don't like to do. That was so funny.
The question was, if you could decide to less one kind of work.
Okay,
so
yeah,
to
yeah.
cut off.
Which part of the work is the one you like the least?
So I would say sanding. I know it's a big part, and I have to sand a lot, again and again and again. Wet sanding, wood sanding, the finish sanding.
I gotta
But
say that
if I don't have to do it-
when I do woodwork, I love doing that part because there's something raw that then becomes really delicate.
Yes, if you do it once in a year.
And you can leave.
But if you-
when you can leave,
Yeah, but if you do it tomorrow and after tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and next week
Okay.
and again and again and
For
again.
me, it
so-
would be the painting because I would suck at it. This thing would have noses running everywhere. It would be horrible.
No, that's also the satin finish is very easy to spray,
Okay.
but that's not a big thing. The sanding is not a nice work. I like to color the guitars.
Okay.
So if I
What the fuck are you
if I
doing?
pull off the
you're talking about guitars.
Well, we're talking about guitars. We're talking about how he's building them. Shut your trap over there.
All right.
to paint the guitar, to get the result when you remove the tape, because only the top is sprayed with a gold finish. and that's the main satisfying part at the work for me.
When I watched that documentary, there were so many points in that build that you did where I was like, if he just moved half a millimeter wrong here, he could fuck it up completely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what, why? And then you were like carving the binding route on the edge there, and I'm like, if he just moved a tiny bit wrong, it's all fucked up, and he'd have to fill it in or something. Yeah. And then the guitar gets completely painted, completely polished, and then you drill the holes.
Yes. Why not?
But I was shaking watching this. I'm like, does it not make you nervous? All this work you put in one wrong move, it could all be fucked up?
No. I have in the last 20 years, I've had 2 or 3 accidents, really hard accidents. For example, I built a bass 2 days before the trade show. I drilled the channels for the cables, and one channel I have to drill from the cavity to the pickup, to the corner of the pickup route. And what happens? I drilled it, and the bit comes out here. So. The only thing I said,
solid painted guitar all of a sudden.
Yeah. So I have to change the color, and I said fuck, but I cannot change it. So it's shit happens, but it's in 20 years 3 times, 3 accidents. So no problem.
One more question that kept in my mind when you routed the truss rod cavity.
Yeah.
It looked like you did that freehand. Did you do that freehand?
No. I use a pin router. So the router is comes from above, and I have a pin from the downside, from the bottom.
Yeah.
So I have the template. There's a slot inside. So
I understand. At the bottom, it's on a piece of wood where you're moving it on.
The neck is on the neck is mounted on the template.
Yeah.
In the template, there's a slot, and inside the slot there's the pin. So nothing.
Because it looked like no one can actually do that freehand.
Yeah, no.
That I was like, he's a magician. But then I'm like, no, I would better ask him about that, because
I am a magician.
Yeah, but not like that.
No.
You're differently a magician.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if you just did like a card trick or something all of a sudden? That would be so cool. I watch a lot of Penn and Teller fool us, so that's where my mind goes. He wants to really show you this guitar, apparently. Yeah. How about here? You take this. You do this. We drink coffee. No, we get out of your way. Push.
Okay. So, dude, what kind of mahogany is this? They can shout from the behind. It's Honduran mahogany, totally solid, one-piece body. I'm not used to doing this. Anyway, this is our bulldozer model, and it's got Lundgren pickups in it. What kind of Lundgren pickups has got?
They want to drink coffee.
They're totally ignoring me. Anyway, we got Lundgren pickups, and I guess you guys could write me, ask me, and I can get the information later. And since I'm not getting any information, I don't even know how he does these graphics on these metal hardware thingies. I'm glad I watch a lot of Henning, so I could just say guitar thingies. We have that guitar tit thing he likes to say, and it's just a beast. So check out our website, and there's all the stats and specs and shit. Yeah, so I'm dropping the mic. No, I'm not. I thought he'd jump back into the...
Are you done?
Yeah, I just didn't know anything about it, so I did what you did. Guitar thingy and graphics on metal thingy.
Good. That is all they need to know.
Guitar titty thingy.
You watch way too many videos, dude.
I always make it to the animals. The animals.
Well, this was it from TONFUCHS. This is doing this. I think I need a new battery, even though this is supposed to last 14 hours, but it says low battery, so I gotta go back to the hotel now. Let Ray say this. Say the thing that you like the most at the end.
Yeah, animals at the end. Animals at the end. cute things.